नाथो मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरु मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। पादाश्रितानाञ्च समस्तचौरम् चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। पादाश्रितानाञ्च समस्तचौरम् श्रीराधिकाया हृदयस्य चौरम्। नीलाम्बुजश्यामल कान्तिचौरम् चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तग्मुंह देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। Dear devotees, today we'll be singing a Leela description from Brajras Madhuri Part 2 by Jagadguru Shree Kripalu Ji Maharaj. For those following along in Brajras Madhuri Part 2, it's Kirtan number 105. So let us sing the first line and then I'll explain some of the background behind what is happening in this divine Leela. देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दधि को दान।
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 देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान
देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दही को दान
देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान
देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दही को दान
देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान
देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दही को दान
देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान
देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दही को दान
देजा देजारी देजा देजारी देजा देजारी देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान
देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दही को दान
देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान
देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दही को दान
In this Leela, Shri Krishna is demanding the curd tax from a gopi in Sankari Khor. So far this week we've had a Sakhya Bhav Leela, Vatsalya Bhav Leela, a Madhurya Bhav Leela, and a Leela between Radha and Krishna. I explained to you that on the path of Raganuga Bhakti, there are a few conditions. One is that we should not ask for bhukti or mukti. We should love Radha Krishna for their happiness, not make demands from them. The second condition of bhakti was that there shouldn't be any interference of the rules and regulations of other paths, like the path of Gyan, the path of Yoga, the path of Karma. None of that should interfere or take precedence over your practice of bhakti. On the path of Raganuga Bhakti, the primary thing is, how do we develop more love for Radha Krishna? That's it. Anything that helps us develop more attachment to them, anything that helps us remember them more and more, we follow that. And if it doesn't help us, then we don't follow it. It doesn't matter if it's written in Vedas or not. The practice of Raganuga Bhakti is beyond these basic do's and don'ts. And the third condition was that we don't worship God as God. We don't worship Him as Bhagawan. We take out that feeling of godliness that puts a distance between us and Him. And to do that, we adopt one of these bhav: dasya bhav, sakhya bhav, vatsalya bhav, madhurya bhav. Each one is successively higher because each one gives a closer and closer relationship with Shri Krishna, and each one leads to the attainment of divine love of an even higher level. In Prem, I explained to you that Prem is the essence of bliss. The Hladini Shakti of Shri Krishna, His power of bliss, has an essence, that is Prema Shakti, the power of divine love. And that Prem, also called Prema Bhakti, it has different levels, higher and higher levels, from Prema Bhakti to Sneha Bhakti to Mana Bhakti to Pranaya Bhakti to Rag Bhakti to Anurag Bhakti, Bhavavesh Bhakti, Mahabhav Bhakti. 8 levels. Depending which bhav someone adopts, ultimately, once they're God realized, their ultimate attainment is to one of these 8 levels of prem. So the Madhurya Bhav leads to Bhavavesh Bhakti and Mahabhav Bhakti, the highest attainment. There are some examples of Madhurya Bhav Bhakti, Madhurya Bhav. And in fact, according to these examples, we divide Madhurya Bhav into 3 subsections. Madhurya Bhav means loving Shri Krishna as our beloved, whereas Vatsalya Bhav means loving him as our son, Sakhya Bhav means loving him as our friend, and Dasya Bhav means loving him as our master, our Swami. Madhurya Bhav includes all of these relationships, plus more. This is why it's considered to be the highest. If you're in Madhurya Bhav, you have access to go into any bhav anytime. You can think of Shri Krishna as your beloved, as your son, as your friend, as your master. Any minute you can keep switching from one to the other. This is the big advantage of Madhurya Bhav. So in Madhurya Bhav, according to one's selfless attitude, there are 3 subsections. One is called Sadharani Rati Madhurya Bhav. This means, although one is not asking for bhukti or mukti, we are not asking for the world from Shri Krishna, nor are we asking for liberation from him. But our love for him is so that we can be with him and feel happy having received his love. Thus, it's also has a selfish attitude that why do I want to meet Krishna? So I can be happy. So 100% sakamata, but not towards anything worldly. It's a divine desire. So in that way it's good, because a divine desire for Shri Krishna leads to freedom from Maya and the attainment of divine bliss. Krishna bhakta sakamopi varunya sevakat khalu nishkamadapi tatkamo yato mokshaya kalpate. Vedavyasji says that a sakam bhakt of Shri Krishna, one who loves Shri Krishna to enjoy his association with all their 5 senses for their happiness, such a devotee is better than a nishkam bhakt of any person in this world or any devta of Swarg. Why? Because even if one is a nishkam bhakt, they have no selfish desire. The only desire for the happiness of that devta of Swarg or that person in this world, then what will they attain? They will attain this world, or they will attain Swarg. So if you love someone under Maya, you stay under Maya. That is the principle. Therefore, whether you love someone under Maya with nishkam love, selfless love, or sakam prem, you attain the same thing. Similarly, the devotee of Shri Krishna who loves Shri Krishna, whether they are nishkam or sakam, either way they're going to attain Shri Krishna. But the sakam bhakt of Shri Krishna is better than the nishkam bhakt of any devta or person of this world, because the sakam bhakt of Shri Krishna will go to Golok and be freed from Maya, get divine bliss and divine knowledge, unlimited sat, unlimited chit, unlimited anand. However, if we adopt this sakam style of loving Shri Krishna, we only reach to prema bhakti, the first of the 8 levels of bhakti. The example of this is Kubja. The next subsection is called Samanjasarati Madhurya Bhav. In this, there's a combination of a feeling of regard for Krishna's happiness. Well, what would Krishna want? How can I make him happy? How is he feeling? That type of feeling. And also some feeling of being entitled, that he also has to make me happy. He is also going to give me his affection. The example of this is Rukmini and the queens of Dwarika. They had this Samanjasarati Madhurya Bhav style of love. They did have some regard for Shri Krishna's feelings, for his happiness, but they also had some feeling of requiring him to also give them attention, affection. You can say 50-50. 50% feeling for Krishna's happiness, 50% feeling for their happiness. So they attain all the way to the 6th level, Anuraga Bhakti, 6th out of 8. However, the topmost devotees of Madhurya Bhav, they love Shri Krishna only with regard for Krishna's happiness, forgetting their own demand, requirement, or desire. Their desire is for Krishna's happiness. Tat sukh sukhitvam. Narad Ji has described this and said that Yatha Braja Gopika Nam. In his Narad Bhakti Darshan, he said the gopis are the only example of this perfect selfless love. They only cared for Krishna's happiness. They were happy seeing him happy. That was the only way. This perfect Nishkam Prem in Madhurya Bhav is called Samartharati Madhurya Bhav. And the only example is the gopis. So in this Leela, we have a gopi who's being met by Shri Krishna. So Shri Krishna is standing in a very narrow passage called Sankari Khor. On Barsana Hill, there are several prominences, higher points on Barsana Hill. Radharani's palace is on the top of Barsana Hill, and Barsana village is on one side of the hill. Then there are some other villages around. So Chiksoli village is on another side. And you can walk all the way around Barsana Hill to get to Chiksoli village, or you can take a shortcut through Sankari Khor, so up and over Barsana Hill through a pass. That pass is very narrow. You have rock on both sides, and where the rock meets in the middle, you basically just have space to walk single file through there. There's nowhere to go. Either way, you just have to walk through there. So this was the perfect place for Krishna to demand the curd tax, because imagine the delicate situation of the gopi who has worked hard to churn this curd to make the butter, and now she's got this clay pot on her head full of this, and Krishna is standing in the way in this rocky environment, and he's saying, I won't move until you give me a handful of curd. This is the tax. Do you know who I am? I'm the king of Braj. This is little Krishna. I mean, we're talking 5, 6, 7 years old, and he's demanding, I'm the king of Braj. Nobody passes here without paying the tax to me. Now, where will the gopi go? She can't run this way. She can't run that way. There's steep rocks on both sides. She has this pot balanced on her head. Even if Krishna jostles her a little bit, she may drop it and the whole thing may get spoiled. So it was the perfect place for Krishna to lay in wait for the gopis to come through and demand this curd tax from them. So here Krishna is saying, Deja dejari sakhi mohi dadhi ko daan. You must pay the curd tax. Jo bhi aave yehi mag jave deke daan. Whoever passes through this path, they only go through if they pay the curd tax. Lage nai ai braj yate mohi na jaan. The gopi is hesitating. She doesn't want to give the curd tax. So Krishna says, it looks like you must be new to Braj and you don't know me. That's why you're behaving in this way. Otherwise, everybody else knows that there's no escape. You have to pay the curd tax. There's no way out. So don't make it difficult on yourself. Just give me the curd right straight away. So how does the gopi respond? We'll see. Deja dejari sak. Deja dejari Radhe, Deja dejari Radhe, Deja dejari Radhe, Deja dejari sakhi mohi dadhi ko daan.
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 Sudhe sudhe de daan mero kahno maan.
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 बिना दिए नहीं जाने पाए आगे जिय जान.
बिना दिए नहीं जाने पाए आगे जिए जान.
बिना दिए नहीं जाने पाए आगे जिय जान.
बिना दिए नहीं जाने पाए आगे जिए जान.
देजा देजारी
राधे,
देजा देजारी
राधे,
देजा देजारी
राधे,
देजा देजारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान.
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 Gopis are the Samartharati Madhurya Bhav devotees of Shri Krishna. There is no one else in this class, and only they reach to the Bhavavesh and Madhurya Bhav levels of that prem. For this reason, the gopis' foot dust is sought after by great personalities. One time, Shri Krishna, when he was in Mathura, he sent his friend, advisor, and the foremost jnani of that time, Uddhav Paramahansa, to Braj. Why? Because he wanted him to meet the gopis. Uddhav had some pride that I'm a jnani, I know Vedas, I know God, I know Brahm. He thought only, even though he had Brahm as his friend face to face, he didn't realize. He thought God is only formless. So Shri Krishna thought it's best if I send him to gopis, and maybe he'll surrender to gopis. He'll realize who they are and that they're far above him. He is on the path to attain Nirakar Brahm. Gopis know that Brahm is Sakar. Brahm has a form. And gopis have attained the topmost bliss higher than any other saint. So let me send him to the gopis. He made some excuse like, oh, gopis are missing me very much. Take this message to them. Teach them about Brahm. So Uddhav, that appealed to Uddhav's pride. So he went to teach gopis. But then he was humble enough to realize when he met gopis that they were far beyond his level. So and gopis told him, you take your gyan, you go down to the bank of Yamuna and throw it in Yamuna. Let it float downstream in Yamuna and come surrender. Then you can know Shri Krishna in his personal form and you can get his divine love. So when Uddhav returned to Mathura after spending months in Braj, having been graced by gopis, he experienced this prem of Shri Krishna. So he came back to Mathura with a request from Shri Krishna. Asamaho charan renu jusha mahansyam Vrindavane kimapi gulmalataushadhinam yadustyajam svajanamarya pathancha hitva bhejurmukunda padavim shruti bhirvimrigyam. Bhagavatam. He says, I have a desire that I should be born as a plant, a flowering vine, anything in Braj where when gopis walk by they're walking by, some dust will go in the air, and that dust will come on me, so I will be bathed in the foot dust of the gopis. This was the desire of the greatest jnani of Shri Krishna's time. We hold jnanis in such great regard, and the greatest of them is desiring the foot dust of the gopis. He's not even daring to ask for the status of the gopis. No, let me just get their foot dust. Brahma also recognized the greatness of the gopis, and he says, Shashti varsha sahasrani maya taptam tapah pura nanda gopavrajau strinam padarenu palabdhaye tathapi namaya praptastasam vai padarenava. Brihad Vaman Puran. Brahma says, I also desire the foot dust of the gopis, but I couldn't qualify for it. Brahma is saying. He said, I did ghor tapasya, severe austerities, for 60,000 celestial years. Why? In order to qualify to receive the foot dust of gopis, but napadarena. I couldn't qualify. I couldn't get to that level where I even qualified to receive their foot dust. Brahma, Uddhav, many great divine personalities through history have revealed the topmost status of the gopis. A person unfamiliar with this philosophy might get confused, just like initially Brahma got confused seeing Gwalbals playing with Shri Krishna, eating lunch when they were out grazing the calves, and they were being so informal with Shri Krishna, and he's thinking these are just some village boys. Then later he realized, with Shri Krishna's grace, that these are eternal divine saints. These are the eternal friends of God himself who have come from his divine abode with him to reveal this loving interaction that souls are allowed to have with Shri Krishna. So even beyond Gwalbals are the gopis. People would also get confused seeing gopis. Oh, these are simple village women. No, these are great divine personalities who have come on earth and they're acting as simple village women. Many of those gopis have come throughout history as great saints to teach the souls how to do devotion. I explained to you previously that some of the gopis were other classes of saints who had desired to experience the ras of Madhurya Bhav, so they were graced to come during Shri Krishna's avatar. And that even the Richas of the Vedas took the form of gopis to come and experience the prem of Shri Krishna during his avatar. But there's an even higher class of gopis, you can say the original gopis from Golok, who even, in fact, some of them are Swanch of Radharani. They're the expansion of Radharani's own personality, like her 8 personal aids, the Ashtamaha Sakhiya. Then you have other eternal gopis, and you have some sadhana siddha gopis, meaning if you or I worship Shri Krishna with Madhurya Bhav and with the grace of a guru, we become God realized. We go to Golok, and we will also become gopis over there. So all such types of gopis came on earth with Radha Krishna for these Leelas. And all of them are the highest class of saints. But even amongst them, the 8 personal aids of Radharani, the Ashtamaha Sakhiya, they are the highest of the high. Even amongst the gopis, their status is the highest. So Shri Krishna has met one of them today in Sankari Khor. Now remember that it is the only desire of a gopi to please Shri Krishna. And since it is Shri Krishna's law and his nature to reciprocate the love of a soul, therefore it is his only desire to give happiness to the gopis. But it is the nature of prem to be tedha medha. You have one feeling inside and you behave something else outside, right? Sometimes with the people you love the most, you have some playful banter and you may even give them gali. You may playfully kind of give some insults, some playful insult to your close friend, and your close friend likes that. If you're being very polite with your close friend, he'll say, "Tujhe kya ho gaya aaj? Itni maryada se vyavahar kar raha hai mere saath. Kya ho gaya? Why are you behaving so formally with me today? What happened to you?" दिमाग खराब हो गया क्या? So, amongst our closest friends, we're very informal, we're irreverent, we may insult each other out of love, playfully, in a loving way. Gopis and Krishna also do this. So on the inside, there's only the desire to please Krishna, and same thing from Shri Krishna's side, only the desire to please gopis. When this gopi was making this curd, she was thinking of Krishna. How Krishna will like this curd. Maybe he'll come and eat the curd, or maybe when I'm going through Sankari Khor, he'll ambush me and demand the curd. She was only making the curd for Krishna, but look how she's behaving when they met. No, you think I'm giving you this curd? No way. And Krishna knows that she was thinking of him when she made it. Therefore, one way or the other, he's going to fulfill her desire and eat that curd, even if she resists. So this is the inner situation, and from outside, they're behaving in opposition to each other. So anyway, these leelas all take place depending on the personality of the various gopis and how they want to give happiness to Krishna and how Krishna wants to give happiness to them. Same thing between Radha and Krishna. They also want to serve each other in any way possible to please each other, to give happiness to each other. So this is one of the Ashtamaha Sakhiya that Shri Krishna has met over here in Sankari Khor. So while he's being very demanding with this curd tax and saying, oh, you must be new to Braj, that's why you're resisting. Don't you know that there's no way out? Just save yourself the trouble and give it straight up. So the gopi says, Sakhi kah, tu na mohi ko airi gairi jaan. I'm not just some ordinary gopi that you can push around. मैं हूं श्यामाजू की सखियन परम प्रधान. I'm one of the foremost sakhis, the personal aides of Radharani. You don't know what you're getting yourself into messing around with me. जाके कहूँ श्यामाजू को भूली जाए लेना दान. If I go and tell Shyamaju what naughtiness you're getting up to, never mind demanding the curd tax, you're going to be in big trouble. You'll forget all about this curd tax business. जा जा चला जा सूद हो कहनो मान. Just leave me, get out of this Sankari Khor and save yourself the trouble. So this is the gopis' response to Shri Krishna. So we'll see how do things proceed from here. Deja ri sakhi mohi dadhi ko daan. 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 Sakhi kah tu na mohi ko airi gairi jaan. Sakhi kah tu na mohi ko airi gairi jaan. Sakhi kah tu na mohi ko airi gairi jaan. Sakhi kah tu na mohi ko airi gairi jaan. मैं हूँ श्यामाजू की सखियन परम प्रधान. 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 जाके कहूँ श्यामाजू को भूली जाए लेना दान. जाके कहूँ श्यामाजू को भूली
जाय लेना दान।
जाके कहूँ श्यामा जू को भूली जाए लेना दान।
जाके कहूँ श्यामा जू को भूली जाय लेना दान।
जा जा चला जा सुधो कनो मान।
जा जा चला जा सुधो कहनो मान।
जा जा चला जा सुधो कनो मान।
जा जा चला जा सुधो कहनो मान।
ओ दे जा री
राधे।
दे जा री
राधे।
दे जा री
राधे।
दे जा री सखी मोही दधी को दान।
दे जा री सखी मोही दही को दान।
But Shri Krishna is not backing down. दान लिए बिनु जाऊं नहीं हो कह कान. I'm telling you, Gopi, without giving the curd tax, you will not go from here. जो न देगी तो मैं छीन लूंगा, मेरो नाम कान है. If you don't give it to me, then I'll take it forcefully, or my name is not Kanha. Matuki hu te tu haath dhoegi sach maan. Look, you have a choice. You give me the curd willingly, and I get my curd tax from you, or you don't give it willingly and I take it forcefully, but in that case your matuki, your pot is also going to be broken. So you're going to incur the loss of your pot and all the curd, or you just give me a little bit, a portion of curd, the tax. The choice is up to you. So how does the Sakhi respond? Is she convinced? We'll see. दे जा री सखी मोही दधी को दान.
दे जा री सखी मोही दही को दान.
दे जा री सखी मोही दधी को दान.
दे जा री सखी मोही दही को दान.
दान लिए बिनु जाऊं नहीं हो कह कान.
दान लिए बिनु जाऊं नहीं हो कह कान.
दान लिए बिनु जाऊं नहीं हो कह कान.
दान लिए जाऊं नहीं हो कह कान.
जो न देगी तो मैं छीन लूंगा, मेरो नाम कान.
जो न देगी तो मैं छीन लूंगा, मेरो नाम कान.
जो न देगी तो मैं छीन लूंगा, मेरो नाम कान.
जो न देगी तो मैं छीन लूंगा, मेरो नाम कान.
मटकी हूँ ते तू हाथ धोएगी सच मान.
मटकी हूँ ते हूँ हाथ धोएगी सच मान.
मटकी हूँ ते तू हाथ धोएगी सच मान.
मटकी हूँ ते तू हाथ धोएगी सच मान.
दे जा री
राधे.
दे जा री
राधे.
दे जा री
राधे.
दे जा री सखी मोही दधी को दान.
दे जा री सखी मोही दही को दान.
दे दे जारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान।
दे जारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान।
The gopi gives up. Sakhi kah lo मैं हारी तू ही जीता हठी कान। I am helpless in front of you. You're so stubborn. What can I do? Okay, you win, I lose. अच्छा जाजा लेया लता पत्र दाऊं दधी दान. I'll give you the curd like you're asking, but what should I give it in? Go over here, get a big leaf from the kunj and bring it back. I'll give you the curd in that. So Kanha went over there looking for the leaf. Ut lene gaye lata patra kunj bich kaan, it sakhi chupi gayi drut kunj latan. And the sakhi, as soon as Krishna went that way to get the leaf, she went that way and hid in the kunj on the other side. So after that, what happens? We'll see. दे जारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान।
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 सखी काह लो मैं हारी तू ही जीता हठी कान।
सखी काह लो मैं हारी तू ही जीता हठी कान।
सखी काह लो मैं हारी तू ही जीता हठी कान।
सखी काह लो मैं हारी तू ही जीता हठी कान।
अच्छा जा ले आ लता पत्र दाऊं दधी दान।
अच्छा जा ले आ लता पत्र दाऊं दधी दान।
अच्छा जा ले आ लता पत्र दाऊं दधी दान।
अच्छा जा ले आ लता पत्र दाऊं दधी दान।
उत लेने गए लता पत्र कुंज बिच कान।
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 इत सखी छुपी गई द्रुत कुंज लतान।
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 दे जारी
राधे।
दे जारी
राधे।
दे जारी
राधे।
दे जारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान।
दे जारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान।
लता पत्र लेके आए नहीं पाए सखी कान. So Kanha came back having brought the big leaf, but now in that place the Sakhi is nowhere to be seen. Chahu deshi take khare khare kaan khisiyan. He looked everywhere, looked all around and couldn't find her, and now he felt a little annoyed. Itne mein aayi tahan shyama sang sakhiyan. Meanwhile, Radharani started coming up Sankari Khor with the whole big group of gopis. Lakhi sakhiyan shama sang bhaji gaye kaan. Seeing Radharani coming with the whole army of gopis, Thakurji ran out of there to save himself. So after that, let's see what happens. Deja dejari sakhi mohi dadhi kudan.
Deja dejari sakhi mohi dahi kodan.
Deja dejari sakhi mohi dadhi kudan.
Deja dejari sakhi mohi dahi kodan.
लता पत्र लेके आए नहीं पाए सखी कान.
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 चहु दिशि ताके खरे खरे कान खिसियान.
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 इतने में आई तहाँ श्यामा संग सखियान.
इतने में आए तह श्यामा संग सखियान.
इतने में आई तहाँ श्यामा संग सखियान.
इतने में आई तह श्यामा संग सखियान.
लखी सखियन श्यामा संग भाजी गए कान.
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 देजा देजारी
राधे.
देजा देजारी
राधे.
देजा देजारी
राधे.
देजा देजारी सखी मोही दधी कोदान.
देजा देजारी सखी मोही दही गोदान.
So when Shamaju came and Thakurji ran away, then the gopi came out of hiding. आई सोई सखी तब तजी कुंजलतान. वाने श्यामा को बतायो कारी कर तूती कान. So she told Shamaju all about Krishna's naughtiness. Shamaju ने कहा सब छुपो कुंजलतान. Now Kishori ji has a plan and she's sharing it with the gopis how to play a trick on Kanha. So she says, let us all go and hide over here in the kunj. Ek sakhi khari rahu ave puni soi kan. We'll all clear out. We'll all go and hide in the kunj, and one gopi will stand in Sankari Khor and wait for Krishna to come back. Seeing just one gopi there, Krishna will think now he has the advantage again and he'll come back. Radhe Radhe kahi dijo jab aave soi kan. And then that gopi who's the bait, you can say, when Kanha comes back, then Kishori ji is saying you have to yell Radhe Radhe as the signal that Krishna has come. Tab sab ik sang pakarahu tehi kan. Then all the gopis will run into Sankari Khor, surround Krishna and capture him. So that's only the beginning of the plan. What more Kishori ji says to do, we'll see. दे जा री सखी मोही दधी को दान।
दे जा री सखी मोही दही को दान।
आई सोई सखी तब तजी कुंज लतान।
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 वाने श्यामा जू को वाने श्यामा को बतायो कारीगर तूती कान।
वाने श्यामा जू बतायो कर तूती कान।
वाने श्यामा को बतायो कारीगर तूती कान।
वाने श्यामा को बतायो कारीगर तूती कान।
दे जा री
राधे।
दे जा री
राधे।
दे जा री
राधे।
दे जा री सखी मोही दधी को दान।
दे जा री सखी मोही दधी को दान।
श्यामा जू ने कहा सब छुपो कुंज लतान।
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 एक सखी खरी रहु आवे पुनि सोई कान।
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 राधे राधे कही दीजो जब आवे 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 सोई कान।
तब सब एक संग पकड़हु तेहि 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 कान।
दे जा री
राधे।
दे जा री
राधे।
दे जा री
राधे।
दे जा री सखी मोही दधी को दान।
दे जा री सखी मोही दधी को दान।
So Kishori ji goes on explaining the plan, saying that after you surround him and catch him, then tie him to a tree using your chunaris. So take one chunari or tie two chunaris together and tie him up to the tree so he can't get away. Jab so mange mohi dev mukti dan. Then he's going to beg you, oh no, please release me. But don't just release him like that. Tab kahu Shyama ju hi dengi mukti dan. No, when Shyama ju says to release you, only then we will release you. But to earn that, you have to do something. Puni kahu kha shapath nahi mangu dadhidan. You make him swear that he's not going to demand the curd tax anymore. Make him take a vow that he'll not do that anymore. When he does that, then Jab saat bar imi kahi leyakan, you make him say it 7 times, that I swear I'm not going to demand the curd tax. Even then, it's not over. Tab kahu pakarahu ab nij do kaan, puni kahu utho baitho saat bar tum kaan. When someone does something naughty, then often the parents will make them apologize, and as part of the apology, they have to hold their ears and do squats. Uthak baitak. So you make Krishna swear 7 times, and then holding his ears, you make him do uthak baitak 7 times. Only after he does all that, jab sab kar le to tero mohi sakhiyan. Once he fulfills all these conditions, then call me to come. So then what happens, we'll see. Deja ri sakhi mohi dadhi ko daan.
Deja ri sakhi mohi dadhi ko daan.
पुनि सब चुनरी न तरु बांधु कान.
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 जब सो मांगे मोहि देव मुक्ति दान.
जब सो मांगे मोहि देव मुक्ति दान.
तब कहु श्यामा जूही देंगी मुक्ति दान.
तब कहु श्यामा जूही देंगे मुक्ति दान.
तब कहु श्यामा जूही देंगी मुक्ति दान.
तब कहु श्यामा जूही देंगे मुक्ति दान.
दे जा री
राधे.
दे जा री
राधे.
दे जा री
राधे.
दे जा री सखी मोहि दधी को दान.
दे जा री सखी मोहि दधी को दान.
पुनि काहू खाशा पथ नहीं मांगू दधी दान.
पुनि कहु खापत नहीं मांगू दधी दान.
पुनि काहू खाशा पथ नहीं मांगू दधी दान.
पुनि कहु खाशपथ नहीं मांगू दधी दान.
जब 7 बार इमी कही ले कान.
जब 7 बार इमी कही ले कान.
तब कहू पकड़हु अब निज दो कान.
तब कहु पकड़हु अब निज दो कान.
तब कहू पकड़हु अब निज दो कान.
तब कहु पकड़हु अब निज दो कान.
पुनि कहू उठो बैठो 7 बार तुम कान.
पुनि कहु उठो बैठो 7 बार तुम कान.
पुनि कहू उठो बैठो 7 बार तुम कान.
पुनि कहु उठो बैठो 7 बार तुम कान.
जब सब कर ले तो तेरो मोही सखियान,
जब सब कर ले तो तेरो मोही सखियान,
जब सब कर ले तो तेरो मोही सखियान,
जब सब कर ले तो तेरो मोही सखियान।
दे जारी
राधे,
दे जारी
राधे,
दे जारी
राधे,
दे जारी सखी मोही दधी को दान,
दे जा रे सखी मोही दधी को दान।
So Shree Kripalu Ji Maharaj describes that exactly according to Radharani's plan, precisely everything happened. They all hid in the Kunj. One Sakhi stayed in Sankari Khor. Krishna soon returned to Sankari Khor. Seeing that Sakhi all alone, he approached, and that Sakhi yelled out, Radhe, Radhe! And then all the other gopis came and surrounded Krishna, tied him up, made him swear 7 times he's not going to demand the curd tax anymore, made him do utthak baitak. And once he had fulfilled all the conditions, then they called for Radharani to come. सब ने किया ऐसे बांधे तरु मह कान, कान्ह ने भी किया वैसे जैसे कह सखियान. So Sakhis exactly did according to Radharani's plan. Then Krishna also obeyed each and everything that they made him do. So he fulfilled all the conditions. Tab aayi Swamini juhu dhig kaan. Then Radharani came out of the Kunj into Sankari Khor towards Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna said, Ab karahu kripa de do mukti kah kaan. Here Krishna is begging from his soul, Radharani, please give me mukti. Please release me from this bondage. Swamini kaha chhodi dehu sakhi kaan. And Radharani told the Sakhis, okay, untie him, let him go. So Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj, getting the last word, says, Tab kaha Kripalu drut bhaju ghar kaan. Kanha, it's best for you just to quickly run home now. In other words, cut your losses. There's been enough embarrassment for one day. Best if you just quickly head straight home and avoid any interaction with gopis and Radharani for the rest, at least for the rest of today. Spare yourself. And that's how today's Leela ends. Tomorrow we're going to see a Leela where Shri Krishna comes in disguise to Radharani, and that will be the final Leela description for this part of this series. Deja dejari sakhi mohi dadhi ko daan.
Deja dejari sakhi mohi dadhi ko daan.
सब ने ही किया ऐसे बांधे तरु महाकान.
सब ने ही किया ऐसे बांधे तरु महाकान.
कान्ह ने भी किया वैसे जैसे कह सखियान.
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 तब आई स्वामिनी जूहू ढीग कान्ह.
तब आई स्वामी ढीग कान्ह.
तब आई स्वामिनी जूहू ढीग कान्ह.
तब आई स्वामिनी जूहू ढीग कान।
अब करहु कृपा दे दो मुक्ति कह 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 कान।
स्वामी निकाह छोड़ी देहु सखी 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 कान।
तब कह कृपालु द्रुत भजु घर 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 कान।
दे जारी
राधे।
दे जारी
राधे।
दे जारी
राधे।
दे जारी सखी मोहि दधी को दान।
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 बोलो श्यामा श्याम की
जय।
जगद्गुरु श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की
जय।
जय जय श्री राधे। जय जय श्री राधे।